Hi guys, students are already lined up outside of the Kent State Student Center for the Young Gravy Homecoming Concert. Tickets sold for $20 a piece, and within hours of USG announcing Young Gravy's performance, tickets were sold out. Boo! Did I scare you? Well, if I did, make sure you check out your local cities for some more Halloween fun. Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Kennedy Gotham.
The cities in Morocco are still trying to clean up from the devastating earthquake. Civilians are still unaccounted for. CNN's Sam Keeley has the story. That's right, guys. The school was closed today, and officials say that was done out of an abundance of caution. The threat was made on Snapchat, and officials cannot confirm if the student attends Kent Roosevelt, as the investigation is still ongoing. After 20 heart procedures and 6 different pacemakers, 23-year-old Catherine Herman, a Kent State University grad, can finally enjoy the simple pleasures of life, like going on a walk each morning.
Did the officers have any advice for students?
Yeah, Sergeant Knowles said that if students are walking alone, they should try and find another group of people and kind of just tag along with them. And then Lieutenant Lewis warns that if students are underage and have an open container, they will be arrested. And even people who are 21 years or older can be cited for having an open container. Both officers want students to be safe and stay out of trouble.
Hi guys, that's right. Fall is in full swing and Kent State students are celebrating with fun fall activities.
The Kent State Board of Trustees held a meeting earlier today, including a session where their Finance and Administration Committee discussed unforeseen obstacles to future plans. For instance, the financial issues involving the Aeronautics and Engineering Building Addition.
So, taking a look at the class itself, what makes it so unique compared to other classes taught at other universities?
Yeah, so they told me that typically in a class like this, they only have a lecture or maybe 2 about it, but this is a 15-week course that goes in depth with suicide prevention and gives people the tools, and then they can take that out into the community and really help people.
Kent State students gathered Thursday to unite for Israel.
We all need somebody to lean on.
The event was sponsored by Hillel, a Jewish organization on campus. Over 100 students came to support Israel.
It's for absolutely anyone in the Kent community who would like to come. Everyone is welcome.
The event was in response to the recent war that broke out in Israel last weekend.
I wasn't surprised that this created a rise in anti-Semitism, which the fact that I wasn't surprised by it sucks even more than the fact that it happened.
Hillel felt it was important to have an event for Jewish students to feel safe and share their experiences.
A lot of students at any time, but especially at a time like this, can feel alone, especially because the Jewish population is so small. A lot of people might not have Jewish friends or Jewish connections on campus other than Hillel.
Students at Hillel say the events in the Middle East make them feel targeted because of the tension between Palestine and Israel.
I've always worn a Star of David necklace, always. I'm very proud to be Jewish, and for the first time, I'm worried if I wear my Star of David necklace, is someone going to attack me?
Despite their fears, the students at Hillel say no matter what your beliefs, this is a time for people to come together.
You know, there's a lot of innocent people dying. This is the time to band together and celebrate the lives of those who have passed and to realize that these were innocent people and none of them deserved it.
Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Kennedy Gotham. The city of Kent is working to be more eco-friendly through their climate action plan. They decided to create this plan after former President Donald Trump removed the U.S. from the Paris Accord in 2017.
Even though the country itself had withdrawn, that the city of Kent was committed to climate change and sustainability initiatives as reflected in the Paris Accord.
The Climate Action Plan, also known as CAP, is a 15-step plan that focuses on reducing the city's carbon footprint, waste management, and education. These are areas in which the city feels they can most improve.
Again, some of that work is already ongoing by our engineering department and service department, and so the CAP has really looked for ways that we can find alignment with that existing work as well.
The city says they are monitoring residential and commercial carbon emissions, along with their environmental impact, and they are looking into ways the city can reduce energy use.
We will also be looking to expand our solar energy capacity. So that would happen in a variety of ways, whether it's community aggregation or community solar.
For example, to find out if you were to replace your furnace or your hot water tank or do certain things to your windows, would that improve energy efficiency, which would reduce?
Saving energy in residential homes can also help lower utility bills. So the city is looking at ways to help residents pay for these changes.
Them either connect to existing financing to do the retrofit work, or perhaps building, some financial mechanisms that can help with any kind of needs gap.
The CAP is expected to take 5 years to be fully completed, but in the near future, they hope to have a launch party for the plan and have town meetings where residents can learn more about the project.
And I'm just so proud of our community and our council for recognizing the importance of this work and, wholly supporting what we're doing.
By 2050, the city hopes to have zero carbon emissions. That may seem far away, but Susel says if people make small changes, it is possible.
And if we don't do something at our local level and state and federal, we are going to have some challenges, which is evident now when you look at the news and see how climate change is affecting our weather.
Let Freedom Read was this year's theme for the 3rd annual banned book, Readin'. At this event, people were able to express the importance of individual freedom and read passages from various banned books.
But when we take those rights for granted, there's always someone there, a government actor, that's willing, in the interest of the public, to take those rights away. And when we don't stand up for them, that's more likely to happen.
But it's not for me. It wasn't made for my people, and my people are still being oppressed every day.
The event is hosted by the School of Communication Studies and various on-campus organizations.
Our freedom of speech is being limited every day, and so many people don't even know that because books aren't made readily available to them in schools.
The event started after the Ohio House introduced Bill 327. This would prevent the teaching of, quote, divisive concepts in public institutions, including colleges across the state.
You're preparing a whole generation of American kids who cannot perform in a workforce, because in a workplace, not everyone is like your family, not everyone is your color, not everyone is your preference, so you have to expose kids at an early age.
Smith said there are numerous banned books that have shaped who she is today.
To Kill a Mockingbird, banned. To Kill a Mockingbird transformed my views of social justice and racial justice.
The sponsors of House Bill 327 are from the Republican Party, some of which who are no longer in office or have passed away. If House Bill 327 were to pass, it would, quote, prohibit school districts, community schools, STEM schools, and state agencies from teaching, advocating, or promoting divisive concepts.
The positive impacts that things like books have on people's lives that they don't get the chance to see. And what I hope that people walk away from this event saying is, that person read from a book that really touched and impacted their life. And my goodness, what if that book was restricted or banned?
A suicide prevention course is now available at Kent State. The course helps to prepare students to properly interact with people who are suicidal and give them the help they need.
Just kind of different public health suicide prevention approaches before actually going out into the field in the real life, right after they graduate.
The curriculum went through 3 pilot programs at different universities, but Kent State was the first school to offer the class.
And that they're having a chance to consider what it would be like to work with a person in a professional capacity like that, as well as in their own lives, because many of us have had lived experience on a personal level with suicide or suicidality.
The course is offered at the Tuscarora, Salem, and Ashtabula campus through the College of Applied Technical Studies, but any Kent State University student can take the class.
We had the chance to offer it, and it's my hope that this is something that extends through a lot more universities, because we need to be having these conversations.
The goal of the course is to get students more comfortable having conversations about suicide and help people who are struggling.
It is making them a little bit less scared about going out in the field and potentially encountering a person who's experiencing some of these feelings.
For the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, they hope the program is adopted nationwide.
If this starts to catch on, again, that dream that I mentioned about every institution having a suicide prevention course, that might become a reality.
Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Kennedy Gotham.